the problem is that this government is whittling away at freedom of speech and
general freedom, democracy. They're salami slicing us into an authoritarian communist state.
Listen to this utter rubbish from James Beach Dwell and Sidekick Ash Gould, painting centrist Starmer as some kind of mad Marxist. But it's this part of the conversation about a handful of council elections that have been suspended due to certain local and county councils being amalgamated into one unitary local authority that I'm interested in.
Going back very briefly to the stopping of the local elections, and one of the reasons that Keir Starmer gave, and I kind of have a bit of sympathy, I suppose, was that these...
Yeah, don't worry, it won't last long.
These seats in these areas are probably not going to be there in a year. And so it's costing money to have an election for an area that's not going to need the councillors after a year. Is it worth wasting the money on it?
Well, the fact is that when you have elections, you're asking voters to pass judgment on the performance of the councillors over the last 4 years. And I think voters deserve that right.
Of course you do, Richard, but this is the situation we're in. We've got cash-starved councils trying to find ways of cutting costs, so combining two councils together is a great way of saving money. Personally, I don't like it. I want smaller local councils, but this is the state we find ourselves in after 14 years of Tory rule.
And Angela Rayner, the Deputy Prime Minister, admitted in the chamber on Wednesday that in cancelling these elections, they didn't actually know what they were going to replace them with. And when I challenged her and said, well, what happens if you're not ready in a year's time with the proposed unitary authorities, and that's quite possible they won't be ready, then in that case, essentially, you'll have to delay them another year and potentially another year. So what does that mean?
But that's all bunkum. It's not for that reason. They're doing it to stop you getting more seats and giving bad publicity.
Well,
the Tories wanted it as well.
You're being far too cynical, surely.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Well,
what do you think you are? Some sort of far right winger?
I know. I don't know what's to come over me.
Click here for Farage for PM. I don't think so.